No, I have one minute more to say thank you for organizers. Before we will finish our duties, we would like to say thank you. It was successful. It was very productive for us, and we had good time. Would you like to?
Well, I certainly second those comments, and as I said yesterday at the beginning of my talk, those of us who came from far away and from countries where other languages are spoken really appreciate your hospitality. The invitation to come has been wonderful and very, very fruitful. I've learned a lot about classics in Russia, which is in some ways the way I expected, in some ways vastly more sophisticated and with a deeper tradition. So I've learned a very great deal, and I thank everybody who was involved. I know there were actually legions of people, and some of them we couldn't see, but we know they were working there for us because things went so smoothly. So it was a lovely conference. Thank you.
Well, actually, reasons, but I actually I'm not the person to evaluate what was happening here only from my personal point of view. I think, but I must say that what is a fact that we have covered a lot of topics, beginning from Sophies up to Erich Neumann, and that's kind of incredible in a sense. But on the other side, I would say that there was, with all this variety and logoi diaphoroi in all senses, we did have some continuity. Just pay attention to the fact that we almost started from the analysis of metaphor, and we actually ended with the analysis of metaphor. And actually, I do firmly believe that metaphor is one of the key issues in the history of literary criticism. So for me, it was really eine große Erfahrung, and it wouldn't be so big if not for all you who contributed to the conference and to the papers, dealing with the papers or commenting. I think that, well, I firmly believe that discussions, although of course they were not so extensive, sometimes are much more important than the papers themselves. And of course, I want once more to thank all of the people who contributed to the conference, and especially my colleague Vera Mostovaya, who was doing a wonderful job in all respects, from the translations up to logistics, and all people who translated papers. My deep thanks to them, and of course to our students. They were very, very good. I will remember that. And the good thing, the best thing was that they were so good, not on my command, but on their own intention. So thanks a lot. Спасибо, ребята, большое. And I will use my last minute to add something I wanted to say and didn't say in my first paper. I do firmly believe that the beginnings of literary criticism took place at the symbiotic atmosphere of the 6th and 5th century BC in Greece. It was kind of commenting on poets around the table, so I think it's very it's the right thing to do, to end any conference with a reception, but here it also gives some sort of final touch. So everybody is invited to the reception downstairs. Thank you all. I'm very glad.